enough is enough. You know, I'm chill, you know what I'm saying, laid back, but it's time to pop it, you know what I mean? I mean, time to give me my flowers, you know what I mean? I don't want them later on when I ain't here.
This morning at about approximately 2:34 a.m., officers received a call of a shooting in progress. Officers arrived there shortly thereafter. The location is in the downtown location, the billiards bowling alley located at 1201 San Jacinto Street here in the downtown area. Once officers arrived, they came upon a male who was deceased. That male has been identified as Kersnick Ball, better known as Takeoff.
All right, y'all. What's going on? It's Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video. So y'all already know what's going on. All right, now some of y'all are like, why is he doing a Takeoff video? And the reason for that is I've had a good bit of people on this channel ask me to do a video on Takeoff. Now on my other channel, where I was posting the last year before I got this channel back that I'm talking to you guys on now, I had did about, I think I did 2 videos on Takeoff. One was kind of, like the regular video that I would do when he first when he first died. And then the other video, I was just talking about how dark energy has taken over the world and we've become so desensitized to murder and death, which that was a pretty good video. And I could maybe post that one on here as well, or I could kind of just redo the talk. Since I'm circling back around and putting this video on this channel, this is why I'll post videos across both channels sometimes, and it's the same video, because a lot of people don't follow that channel, and I don't make it to where like, oh, you have to go follow both of my channels, you know what I'm saying? Because I know not everyone is always on YouTube. Some of them people don't even know I have that channel, so it's just too much to try and get everyone to check both channels. I don't expect you to, so I'll just post, if I have to, I'll just put the same video across both channels. You know what I'm saying? It solves all problems. That way people that, don't know about that channel, they can still see the video. So that's the reason that I'm bringing this video to this channel. This video was the video where the alleged clip from QCP mom, where she talked about the industry and she talked about, witches and warlocks in the industry and, having witches in your own bloodline. And, you could just feel the conviction in her voice. You could feel that she was telling the truth, and she had a lot of things to say about the whole Takeoff QC industry situation. So this was, a very deep video. The clip was super deep, and it was definitely worth bringing to this channel for the people that haven't seen it, and for y'all that have, just to kind of circle back around to the whole Takeoff situation. Now, obviously, now it's about 4 or 5 months later. A lot of things have came to light about the situation, a lot of things about the Prince family, a lot of things about the guy named Cam, a lot of things about DJ Pat and who is supposedly responsible for the death. Now, DJ Pat, he was 33 years old when this all happened. I put a video up on the other channel about, Takeoff's killer and the number 33. Once again, we got that number 33 with somebody who supposedly fired one of the fatal shots that hit Takeoff. So that lets y'all know already what's going on. We just had 2 videos where we were going over the number 33 and how every single time a ritual happens, the number 33 is involved, even in Takeoff's death. And of course, we didn't necessarily need DJ Pat to be 33 years old to know what was going on, but it confirmed it even more. You know, y'all remember this story. This was a story the night that Takeoff got killed, where he was in the story. He had the Cardi song playing that was "Stop Breathing," was the name of that song. That just so coincidentally happens to be the last story that he posted. So, you know, we didn't really need that, but it gave us more ammo to the ritual death of Takeoff. And I think 4 or 5 months later, it still kind of feels, you know, it still kind of feels unreal that it even happened. You know, like Takeoff out of all people, it still feels a little unreal, man. But before I go any further into the video, I'm gonna play the clip that this video is basically about, and then I'm gonna let the talk that I did after that clip, I'm gonna let that run out too, because I said some pretty good things in that talk. So y'all go ahead and check this out.
I don't have social media. I'm not on Instagram or none of that other stuff. My heart is so torn. First of all, if this is the only way that I can let the mother of Takeoff and the grandmother and the family of Takeoff, I want them to know my heart is so torn, and I am so with her in prayer, with them in prayer. Because this situation right here, that family will never be the same. Now, I'm a victim of this bullshit. I did not know Takeoff. I did not know Quavo. I met Offset a long time ago, and I have my own opinions. I personally can't stand the industry. I can't stand none of this shit. Real talk, I'm a sacrifice. So you better know this. They come for what is pure. They come for the one that's got the love, okay? Because I got a lot of love. But when I tell you, your enemies always be close. I have had my family members to jump me. I've been isolated ever since this label started and the Migos got their first Grammy. My son said to me, Mama, I'm congratulating him. But he said to me, and this is my firstborn, Mama, your life over with. It's been 6 years. The whole prima donna came and got with my youngest son, who is the weakest link. And I tell you what, I'm not going to make this about me today. But I've been jumped. I've been jailed. I've been made to look crazy. I've been made to look that I'm a junkie. I'm this and I'm that. Let me tell you something. You can raise a child on their knees. You can take them in the Church of God in Christ, because I did all that. My house was a house of prayer, but a snake is a snake is a snake is a snake. These witches, these warlocks, they be in your own damn bloodline. Now, I just want to give my condolences to this family. I feel that Takeoff had the spirit of the dove. I feel that he had the heart of the lion. I feel that this young man was chosen. Now, they go into this stuff. I told my son, because I heard the young lady talking about what you should teach a child. Well, I told my son this, and I talked to all my children. I was a raw, uncut parent, and I told them about life and about the way it really is. And I remember telling my sons, let me tell y'all the truth about life and about the way it really is. The devil gonna offer you the world, just like he did Jesus. He don't just come to rich folk. He come to the chosen one. And I said, now, it's going to be your choice. Because, see, God He don't force himself on nobody. Don't think that the devil ain't offered me his kingdom way long ago. I could have been with the rich man. I had 3 kids. That rich man money. I got enough to do what I needed to do, and I knew when to pull back. I am very, very uncomfortable with this situation. I wanted to go pay my respect to Takeoff, but I couldn't because they already got my picture down now. They're going to humiliate me, have me locked up, say I'm crazy. So God told me to stay back. You talked about the gift of discernment. I am a counselor, and so I know the way Takeoff. I know that he was intuitive, and I'm sure that he felt something. Listen, you follow the closest one that's closest to you, and it can cost you your life. My health is all messed up. My sister jumped me from behind in a Christmas dinner. They flew me from L.A. After that, my son tripped me in the dark, let a trunk down on my back. Don't tell me what family won't do. I'm in court right now with my aunt who been dragging me in and out of court on false accusations. I finally get a damn TPO on her. She want to move the judge out the way so she can get what she want. What the hell wrong with you can't just leave me alone? Because, see, jealousy is as cruel as the grave, baby. I'm real mad about shit with Takeoff.
Now, from that footage, from that clip y'all just heard, she had a lot to say. A lot that is very relevant to basically what goes on in and out the industry as far as witches and warlocks and the things that we talk about on this channel all the time. Now, one thing I want to point out what she said was that they come for the innocent. They come for the ones with a lot of love. Basically, the chosen ones, the ones that carry the light. Now, we know that Takeoff was in the industry. You know, we know we don't necessarily know the things that he's done behind the scenes. But what I can say about Takeoff before placing everything on him that kind of, dims his light and dims who he is as a person, because everyone will say that Takeoff was this quiet guy. He was never anything outside of himself. And the one thing that I can say about Takeoff is that he never had an industry relationship. He was the one that was kind of exposable. He never had those, and I used to say this when Migos got real famous. You can tell Quavo and Offset are the ones that have done multiple rituals to get to where they are. Takeoff wasn't even on their biggest song, Bad and Bougie. They had Lil Uzi on that song. You see what I'm saying? It's almost as if like Quavo and Offset agreed to leave Takeoff out of the rituals. Let him not do anything. We're going to do this because he was the youngest. So it almost seems like they vowed to leave him out of the things that they had to do in order for the Migos to become the Migos. Because at one point it was just all about Quavo and Offset blowing up. You see what I'm saying? Like they were clearly the bigger ones out of the group. Offset is in a mainstream relationship with Cardi B, arguably the biggest female rapper right now, and has been for the last few years. Quavo, they've done all kind of stuff. Met Gala, I think even though Takeoff has attended it with them as well, but Quavo was already doing all that stuff even before Takeoff was kind of in the mix of it. I think one of the biggest things is the fact that he wasn't on their biggest hit. They got someone else who has done the rituals and so on to actually be on that song. Because you have to understand, if you don't take that oath, if you don't take that vow, you don't get everything else that the others will get because they've already done these rituals, Quavo and Offset. So that's one big thing I can say about Takeoff. No industry relationship to our knowledge. And it just, you can kind of tell he hasn't participated in those rituals that some of them, as far as Quavo and Offset, might have done. But it's not to say that he hasn't done anything, because there is some symbolism around Takeoff if you look deep enough throughout the history of them being known, and the fact that, you know, they basically have the world at their feet. We know no man gains the world without selling his soul. So it's not to say that about anything, but, you know, when we know, you know, that you can dim your light for the things that you want in this world, it still doesn't necessarily take away from who the person is and how much love the person gets and how much love the person may be able to give. Because if that wasn't the case, people wouldn't talk about Takeoff the way that they do as far as him being a good person. You know, she said she felt he had the spirit, you know, of a dove and the heart of a lion. You know, he gave that off to people. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of wanted to, you know, tackle the duality of Takeoff, you know, because that's what we all consist of at the end of the day. We both have that, you know, we all have that highlight, and, you know, we all have that dark side as well that can be tapped into. You know, everything in this world is about duality. And so in a sense, you know, this world is not the realm that it is without duality. That even goes back all the way back to the book of Isaiah, when they, in the Bible, when they described the Garden of Eden with the goddess Lilith, who is supposedly the queen of all demons. She, from the beginning, as stated in the book of Isaiah, was a devilish, unclean spirit. So that means she was created as a devilish spirit. So that right there lets you know that this world is not a world. It's not earth without duality. Literally, everything is yin and yang. Everything is good and bad. There has to be bad here. There has to be evil. There has to be dark. There has to be light. There has to be demons, and there has to be angels. You know, so I thought that was very interesting because, you know, although she said, I think she said she never even met Takeoff, but she met Offset one time. So you can clearly tell that she was kept away from everything. Like I said, we don't know the story behind P and his mom and his family, so we can't really speculate on that. But by the way that audio sounded, you know, it sounded like she was telling a lot of truth about how she felt about the situation. And, you know, she's, at the end of the day, she's still very close to it because that's allegedly her son. So I thought I would bring this audio to the channel. You know, like I said, it's all alleged. There's no proof that that's actually his mom. The only thing I can say is she's definitely from Atlanta because, you know, the accent, you know, you can't really fake that. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was pretty interesting. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. How y'all feel, whether y'all think that's actually real audio or not. Well, you know, obviously it's real audio, but whether y'all think she's actually who she says she is. You know, and as always, man, get a conversation going back and forth in the comments. Y'all let me know what's going on. Not gonna make this video too long, but I just wanted y'all to hear this if y'all haven't, because a couple people sent it to me as well. So with that being said, man, y'all already know what's going on. I'm gonna come back with more content really soon. It's Black Balloon, and I'm gonna see y'all soon.